Welcome to a very special video. This is F1 Manager 23. Please be aware this is not the final code of the game, so you may see a few glitches and bugs here and there. The game launches on the 31st of July, and this is a brand new element of the game. This is basically F1 scenarios. So you jump into a race that's happening. So this one's the Monaco Grand Prix from this year, and there's a big question mark about that Grand Prix, is if Alonso pitted one lap earlier, could he have jumped Max Verstappen? Was it one lap earlier or one lap later? I don't know, but I screwed it up. I couldn't change the scenario. Alonso still finished second, so apparently I did a poor job, but it's still pretty cool to jump into these crazy scenarios where you have like a question mark. What if Dubai maybe in 2021? What if Hamilton pitted? Could he have won the championship? I would imagine you probably could, but these sort of crazy scenarios, could you, as the team principal, could you have changed the outcome? So this game is not about driving the F1 car. This is all about the management side of F1. So managing your cash, managing the pit stops, managing your pit team, your third driver, upgrades to the car. There's so much that goes into an F1 weekend.
Okay.
So I'm asking currently to just go all out and just push. Leclerc set purple sector, so he might be on the inters. And he said it's just gone over the, and he goes straight past. I'm pretty sure I selected pit confirm, but apparently I didn't. So I'm pretty sure we had to pit at that precise moment. I think Verstappen's kept going. He just kept going. If we pitted on that lap, there may have been a chance we could have potentially jumped Verstappen. Yeah, I was a bit late. So I screwed it up. But hopefully when you guys get the game, you can do it the right way. So pit instantly, pit as soon as possible. And you see the range just coming down. And the tyres just will not work in these conditions. Roughly, I think it's around 1 millimeters of rain. Damp track, you want inters. So we skip forward a little bit. We're now on the inters. The end of the game, I think we're still in the pits. Now, see, that's Stroll. That's Stroll, sorry. Mistake. Ignore me. Don't really focus on Stroll too much. He's sort of out of the race. Just ignore him. So we've pitted. We've done a 2.6 second pit stop. And I believe that is a McLaren. So, yeah, this really hasn't worked out. Verstappen pitted as well. Yeah. The race is pretty much done now. Whoops. But we're now going to jump into a weekend at Silverstone with the Mercedes team. And I'm actually going to Silverstone in a couple of weeks. And my job is to basically improve Hamilton's result as much as possible. I think we have a issue with Russell's car, so we'll just ignore Russell for now and just focus on Hamilton. Can I get Hamilton on the top of the podium for the Silverstone Grand Prix? That is my goal. My sole goal for this episode, this whole video. So we've got most of the racing. If you guys want to watch that, you can skip through it as much as you want. In terms of actual changes to the game, there's not like a whole lot of changes. If you already have the previous F1 Manager game, can I recommend getting this game? It depends how much you like it. Obviously, you got the car updates, you got the 2 new tracks, you got the scenario mode. You now can manage your pit crew. It's quite cool. So there's like a sports director. There's a new role to play with. Also, all the drivers have been updated. Teams have been updated. We have this camera now, which is the helmet cam. There's tiny changes. I really enjoyed the last game, and I still quite enjoy this game as well. It's just there's not many changes, but it's a yearly game, so you can't expect too much. So I'm a sort of bit. I'm being on the fence. I like the game, but there's not a whole load of fundamental changes from the last one.
We have low battery.
So we just skip forward. We're 7 seconds behind Verstappen.
Single yellow.
He's in the fastest car, on the right tyre. I made my lap a bit difficult. I should have picked straight away, which is kind of annoying. So we're going to see qualifying in this video, 1, 2, and 3, and the full race as well. So hope you guys enjoy it. So we're going to skip forward a little bit. But can Lewis Hamilton win at Silverstone? Apparently, little birdie told me Mercedes have some big upgrades coming in real life, by the way. Obviously, you want to focus on maybe Silverstone, for example, in the game, you can make sure you have big upgrades coming from one race. There's also now a system with, if you fabricate or research into a new part,
This range should ease off.
it can be quite a weak part, but very, very quick. So it may break after one race, and you've got to replace it.
Now,
Very fragile part, but it's quick.
Really great out
So
there
you've got to try and balance. There's lots of things to balance. Money, staff, drivers. It's kind of mad. There's a lot to take in. Still, a great result for Fernando Alonso. 18 points on the board. Second place in Monaco is not to be scoffed at. Alonso's loving it. That Gasly in first. Did he finish first? It was Ocon, wasn't it? That's the wrong Alpine. What is that about? I don't think there's much in terms of like graphical improvements to the driver, so obviously not going to look quite as polished as the F1 23 game. Yeah, so I've had the challenge. Oh, shoot. So I spent a little bit of time doing some research. Obviously, it's all the sort of familiar body parts you'd expect. Silverstone is in 4 days. 4 days. So I noticed the side pods was a bit of a weakness. I just put all my man hours and MAU time into it. So that's the... Every team has like an allotted amount of time. You may have heard Red Bull cheated last year and they lost some time. So I'm just putting it into... I wanted to try and get the drag down a little bit. But you see that the durability is now a factor, which is brand new. It does a certain amount of kilometers and then it comes off the car, as far as I know. I never really bothered with cooling. I'm really bad on that front. I was like drag reduction, speed, when I played the game. It seemed to work quite well, actually. Obviously, if the engine's not getting the cooling it needs, the durability of the engine is not going to be great. Yeah, so you can improve the durability of that part, or you can minimize it and focus on other areas. Also going to rush it and put six engineers on the side pod. I thought it was quite ironic. Obviously, they changed the side pods this year, which is a pretty big change. But so I think it sort of feels fairly familiar. There's definitely like little changes here and there. I was trying to like swap out parts, but for some reason I just couldn't get it to work. I noticed some parts on certain cars were weak, so I went to try and replace them. I don't know if that part has to completely like break for you then to replace it. Not quite sure how that works. Yeah, you see like the side pods are at 52%. So I was like, oh, can I just change it? No, wouldn't let me. That might be a bug. Yeah, everything feels pretty similar to what we played obviously before. Again, there's a lot of detail that goes into these races, into these Grand Prix. Parts, money, staff, what you can do in terms of development with the driver, the facilities at your particular Grand Prix, facilities at your manufacturer, basically, the team. You want to obviously try and keep up to date with the competition. You want to be looking for the next upcoming driver as well. Because Lewis Hamilton's probably going to retire at some point. Anyway, let's go to round 11, Silverstone. Let's do this.
Welcome, and come on in to the home of British motor racing. It's Silverstone, where the Formula One World Championship began back in 1950. And this historic high-speed track remains a challenge for our drivers' courage and determination to this very day. Silverstone is a power circuit. It demands downforce and total confidence in the car for a driver to keep their foot planted through Sector 2, through the high-speed corners at Woodcote and at Copse, and carrying on through Maggots and Beckett's. The previous Grand Prix saw Sergio Perez pass the checkered flag in first place. There's no doubt that the Mexican will be eyeing up his next podium finish. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Formula One.
Oh yeah, this is Formula One, baby. I can't wait. I'm actually going to this Grand Prix. Cannot wait. Tickets weren't cheap, but I'm looking forward to it. So, I'm going to let this play out.
Let's hope the teams took full advantage.
Qualifying is pretty interesting. Rain is a big factor. And I think I did a pretty good job, actually. I was quite happy. So, let me know what you guys might have done differently. Obviously, enjoy the race as well. A lot of the races has been included within the video. And, yeah. See you guys soon. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.
do some work on the brakes.
Copy. Just be careful with the warm-up.
Box end of this lap.
Okay. Yellow. And that's currently P1. Okay, let's call the car and we'll box.
Single yellow.
Copy.
There's a yellow flag now.
Your P1. Box, and call the car.
Understood.
We've got a yellow flag here.
So we've got a clear track now. Good to go. So it's hammer time.
Got a good gap ahead. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's push hard now. Checkered flag.
So rain is just starting.
Yep.
Currently a P2. So we're happy with that lap. So box and call the car.
Yep.
Currently P3.
We have a checkered flag now.
The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
Silverstone is certainly a circuit rich in Formula One history. From Giuseppe Farina winning the first championship race held here in 1950, right through to Lewis Hamilton's 2008 masterclass on racing in the rain.
Now, in terms of George Russell, Karun, How do you think he's going to be feeling going into this race?
To be honest, I think they're exceeding expectations and impressing a lot of people with their performances.
This is sure to be quite the spectacle then, and we've got a front row seat for today's race here at Silverstone. The British Grand Prix is nearly upon us. The drivers composing themselves on the grid ahead of 52 laps around Silverstone. And here's George Russell settling in for the race.
It's a P2 start for them, an excellent opportunity, and no doubt they'll be looking to grab it with both hands.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? Hold on tight. It's the British Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
So happy to push now.
Come on. Pick up the pace.
Push and hold, overtake.
Yep. Yellow, yellow.
Let's have a look at that. Nothing wrong so far. And then the card just goes. And there'll be words had after this, I'm sure.
Okay. Okay, let's go for it.
Understood.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off the cliff on that time.
Just reduce your speed.
Come in. We can drop the lift to coast for now, we'll pick it up later.
So we DRS this lap. Currently P3. So Lewis is the car ahead. Car behind is Ocon.
pace.
Understood.
So let's uplift and coast all round, Lewis.
Now we can see what happened. Here we are going into turn 9. Just a bit too wide at that point, fighting with the card.
Just think about lift and coast efficiency. Okay.
there. I cannot do anything.
Now we should be able to take a look here. Now the action happens as they went into turn 16. And there goes the steering. What caused that, I wonder?
And let's push. work, Lewis.
Yellow.
Yeah, copy.
Just up the coast of Liverpool.
Let's just manage these tyres.
Yeah, copy. Box, 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 box.
So this lap?
Yellow, yellow.
Understood.
Over to you, Karun.
The Haas garage are set to go. It looks like it's just too tight though.
Perez in the pit lane. Traffic on exit. Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off the cliff on that tyre.
Just stay close to him. Push and hold it, overtake.
Copy.
Just show me what you've got.
Copy.
And think about increasing the lift and coast just a little. So the stops are starting to happen now. Yellow, yellow. Okay.
Tires are okay?
Just be mindful, pressure's still low.
And if we could just drop back a bit.
Copy.
And the track will be clear on exit. Just reduce your speed.
Copy.
And happy to pick up the pushing level.
Copy.
So circuit will be all clear on exit. Make sure keep these tyres in good nick.
Okay.
Use the overtake.
Yeah, we should be clear on exit.
So we're low on battery at the moment. Yellow.
Yep.
So let's uplift and coast all round.
Temperature okay?
So casing temps are hitting the limit.
We need it.
So let's cool tyres down. And think about let's lift and coast.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm okay, I'm okay.
Copy that.
So this is what happened. Right, we're down at turn 5. And round they go. And that certainly wouldn't have been in their plans today.
Let's just manage these tyres.
Yeah, roger.
Two laps remaining. Those temps are getting high. We're just going to need to introduce a little bit of lift and coast, so 50 metres at the most. So one more lap. So it's hammer time.
Has crossed the line first.
So you've taken the flag. This, and that's P2.
Great work, guys. Great work, guys.
Nice work, Lewis.
Wow, what a fantastic drive from Lewis Hamilton.
Definitely a well-deserved podium. You've got to say their race strategy was very good indeed.
It's hugs all round for the team. In fact, they all deserve a pat on the back as well for everything that they've achieved. The highly decorated record breaker from Stevenage once again taking to the podium. Well, we might be in Britain, but our podium finishers won't be celebrating with a cup of tea tonight. They'll be staying true to...